from my little TDY from Alabama. I spent about just a tad over a month and a half. So back in Colorado, start making videos again. Kind of getting caught back up here in the garage. One thing, this old Makita drill, before I had left, was using it, and it was starting to smoke, so it's probably time to replace brushes and possibly the motor. So today's video, we'll go ahead and do a breakdown on this guy and see what we can come up with. So every time I utilized it, we're getting smoke from the back here and whatnot. So like I said, I suspect the motor possibly, I can't recall if this is a brushless setup or not. So we'll just go ahead and get started here. Let's grab something here. So I've never taken one of these apart. So there's that. So we got the back cap. And looks like we do have brushes here and here. They do look a little worn. I've probably had this drill for over a decade. And I had bought it used from an electrician buddy of mine who I know he used it every single day. So it's definitely worn out. Let's just throw a battery in there and see what happens. So we got our battery in there. Yeah. And the trigger too, the trigger pull, I mean, that should be doing something. I'm not really getting much out of it. Disconnect the battery. So what else do we need to take apart out of this guy? So looks like we're just gonna go ahead and take the whole thing apart. So on the one side, handful of screws. Looks like we got two here, one there, one in the back, one on the side here. Let's see what we got. And we're gonna need a bigger screwdriver, or skinnier screwdriver. Back. This guy. Make sure they're the same. Yep, same length and whatnot, so that's okay. Now, do have some here at the bottom. Okay. That appears to be all of our screws. So let's see if we can separate the halves. Okay. Success on that part. Yeah, it's not too terribly bad inside. It definitely has had a hard life. Looks like we got a combination of sawdust and God knows what else I've done. Okay, so possibly our trigger mechanism is worn, not giving us the appropriate signal. You know, as we do a pull, like I said, it's almost a full trigger pull before it engages. So we'll see what that's all about. Brushes definitely look pretty worn. Yeah. That motor might be toast too, because that should freely spin to a certain extent. That is actually, you can hear it. Huh. Just for gee whiz, let's put the battery back on. See if this thing gets crazy on us. Interesting. Okay, well, looks like this whole assembly probably just pull out of there. Possibly. So there's our selector switch. Power. So we have the whole motor assembly. This is on top of the drill for the power. You know, you got one, or I probably got it backwards. I think this is one and then two. I believe. Yeah. It's slightly worn. So probably just wind up replacing the motor and the brushes on this. I haven't ordered anything yet, so that's going to be another future video. Kind of neat though. Yeah, the brushes definitely have some wear on them. You guys can take a look at that. So just sit there and start writing some part numbers down and get those on order. Then we'll do a complete cleanup and a reassembly. But it's glad to be back and start making some more videos. See you guys later.